Have you ever looked at your mother and felt a strange mix of deep love and inexplicable frustration? A feeling so intense that it almost takes your breath away. Perhaps you've wondered why this woman, of all the billions of souls on earth, became the one to bring you into this world. If this question just made your heart skip a beat, you're exactly where you need to be, because what I'm about to share will answer this question in a way that might surprise you. You see, most people in the world believe that becoming someone's child is just biological chance, a random meeting of genetics and circumstances. But the great spiritual master, Paramhansa Yogananda, revealed something that changes everything. He lovingly taught us, no soul enters your life by accident. The mother-child relationship is the most intense karmic bond of all, for through her, the soul learns its deepest lessons of love, patience, and surrender to the divine will. If you've ever felt that there's something deeper going on between you and your mother than what meets the eye, then you already sense this truth. Your mother is not just the woman who gave birth to you. She is your karma, walking in human form, carrying within her the echoes of your past actions and the very experiences your soul chose to learn in this lifetime. And I promise you, by the end of this journey together, you'll never see your relationship with your mother the same way again. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the hidden soul contract that exists between you and your mother, using Yogananda's most profound teachings on divine love and karmic healing. But first, let me ask you something that might feel familiar. Have you noticed how your mother can trigger emotions in you that no one else can? How she can make you feel like a child again with just a look or a word? If you're nodding your head right now, you're already experiencing what Yogananda called the invisible thread of karmic memory that binds souls together across lifetimes. Yogananda explained it beautifully when he gently said, "The soul chooses its mother not for comfort, but for completion." She becomes the mirror in which you see your own unhealed wounds, your greatest strengths, and your path back to God. Now, you might be wondering how this actually works in your daily life, and here's where it gets really interesting. According to Yogananda's deepest teachings, before you were born, your soul and your mother's soul made what he called a sacred contract, written in the language of divine love. She agreed to be the vessel through which you would enter this world, and you agreed to be the child through which she would learn her own lessons of unconditional love. Think about your own life for a moment. Can you remember a time when your mother said or did something that hurt you deeply, yet somehow you knew she loved you? Take a moment to really feel that memory, because what you're feeling right now is your soul recognizing the lesson it came here to learn through her. This feeling you just experienced, it's what Yogananda called the awakening of karmic memory. Your soul remembers choosing this exact experience to heal something that has been carried across many lifetimes. And here's what changes everything. Your mother may have been your child, your parent, or even your spiritual teacher in past lives. Now, I want you to be completely honest with yourself for a moment. When you look at your relationship with your mother, do you see just a family bond, or do you sense something ancient, something that feels bigger than this one lifetime? Your answer will reveal exactly where you are on this spiritual journey of understanding your divine purpose together. If you sense that deeper truth, then you're ready for what comes next. Because now, I'm going to share exactly how Yogananda taught his disciples to transform their most challenging family relationships through the power of divine love. The first technique he shared was what he called soul recognition practice. Let's try this together right now. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and see your mother's face. Now, as Yogananda taught, try to see her as a fellow soul who has been walking this path to God with you for lifetimes. Repeat silently. I see the Divine Mother working through my earthly mother, and I honor the sacred contract between our souls. Did you feel that shift? That's divine love awakening within you. If you felt even a small shift just now, imagine what happens when you practice this daily. But there's another technique that Yogananda said was even more powerful. He called it karmic healing through divine love. When we send unconditional love to our mothers, especially during moments of conflict, we begin to dissolve what he called the karmic knots that bind souls in patterns of pain. Here's how Yogananda taught this practice. The next time your mother triggers you, take 3 deep breaths and silently say, "Divine Mother, flow through my earthly mother and heal what needs healing between our souls." He promised that this practice, done with sincere devotion, could heal lifetimes of karmic debt in a single moment of pure love. Let me share a story that beautifully illustrates this truth. As I tell you this, I want you to feel into your own heart and ask yourself, where do I see my own story in this? There was a devoted student who came to Yogananda in great distress, saying, "Master, my mother criticizes everything I do. Nothing is ever good enough. Why did God give me such a difficult mother?" Yogananda looked at her with infinite compassion and said something that changed her life forever. "My child, your mother is not your burden. She is your blessing in disguise. She has taken on the difficult role of being your teacher, sacrificing her own comfort to help your soul learn patience and unconditional love. This is how the Divine Mother works through earthly mothers." He then taught her a simple but powerful practice. Every morning, sit in meditation and send loving thoughts to your mother, visualizing golden light surrounding you both. Every evening, write 3 things you're grateful for about your mother. And whenever she criticizes you, silently respond, "Thank you, Divine Mother, for this lesson in patience and love." Within months, something miraculous happened. Not only did the student's heart transform, but her mother began to soften too. The criticism turned into concern, the harshness melted into love, but most beautiful was what the student realized. "Master, my mother has been the Divine Mother's way of teaching me to love unconditionally." When I share this story, people often say, "That could be my story." And you know what? It could be, because this same divine power lives within every one of us, the power to see God working through our most challenging relationships. Now here's what Yogananda wanted us to understand at the deepest level. He taught that every mother is a reflection of the Divine Mother, the feminine aspect of God that nurtures, protects, and sometimes challenges us to grow spiritually. As he beautifully said, when you learn to see the Divine Mother working through your earthly mother, you begin to understand the cosmic love that governs all creation. If you're truly ready to step into this divine understanding, then make this sacred commitment right now. I will see my mother as the Divine Mother's representative in my life. I will honor the sacred contract between our souls and practice loving her unconditionally, knowing that through her I am learning to love God. Say it with your whole heart. The Divine Mother is listening. As Paramhansa Yogananda beautifully reminded us, the greatest spiritual practice is to love those who challenge you most. For in learning to love them unconditionally, you discover the secret of God's love itself. Before we part ways, I want to leave you with something sacred you can do right now. Take out your phone and write yourself one word that represents your new understanding of your mother as your spiritual teacher. Put it where you'll see it tomorrow morning. This simple act will anchor Yogananda's wisdom in your daily life and begin transforming how you see the Divine Mother working through your earthly mother. If this message awakened something sacred within you, I'd be deeply honored if you shared it with someone who needs this divine reminder today. Sometimes we become the vessel through which the Divine Mother reaches another soul. I'd love to know, what was that one sacred word you wrote down? Share it in the comments below. Your word might be exactly what another soul needs to see to begin recognizing the Divine Mother in their own mother. Until our souls meet again in divine love, may you see the sacred teacher in the woman who brought you into this world. Remember, dear soul, your mother is your karma, but she is also your grace. Honor the divine contract between your souls and watch as God's love transforms everything. Through loving your mother unconditionally, you learn to love the divine mother unconditionally. This is Yogananda's greatest gift to us all.